Hey there, friends. I hope all of you are having a wonderful Friday. It is, we're kind of in a, sorry, I'm trying to get my light right. And I can only do that after I start the video for some reason or another. I do not know quite the quirky thing that goes on with, with this camera. We are in a new moon phase, which of course is, you look up in the sky and you don't see a moon, and that is a high time for creativity. So, you know, if you want to smudge or if you want to clean out some clutter, now is a really great time to do it. Guys, I've got 3 journals to go in the shop today. This is from my birthday shopping spree at Hobby Lobby. Chris and I had a great, well, I had a great time. Chris probably didn't have a great time paying for it, but hey. So I wanted to show you our new journals with our new fabric. I had such a good time choosing fabric. Now, fabric is one of those things that I have a good stock of fabric because I have this wonderful friend and she sends fabric to me. A lot of you guys have sent fabric to me. So I have a good stock. So I usually don't go buy fabric, but man, oh man, I really had a fun time buying fabric, and I may even go back to Hobby Lobby today and try and score a little more fabric because, like I said, I just really had a good time doing it. And right now it's on sale. And I might go back and just get us some more to play with. This is a butterfly journal. Of course, on that trip to Hobby Lobby, I found the, okay guys, this is upholstery trim. That's why I could never find this trim because I didn't know what to ask for. I didn't know what it was called, but this is the trim that is on this sweet butterfly journal. The fabric is kind of a heavy duty sort of fabric, which I really do love too. It's got a bit of heft to it, and you can see the sweet little butterflies here. The other morning I was walking Mia, and you know, it was really early in the morning. The dew was still on the grass, and there were these tiny little monarch butterflies that were flying all over the grass, drinking the morning dew. And I just thought, what an amazing universe we live in. That the universal force had the foresight to know that things would be thirsty in the morning and to put dew on the grass. And then, you know, my head was, my eyes were drawn to the trees, and there were squirrels in the trees, and they were eating the apples. And, you know, it was just a very humbling to stand there and just watch nature just unfold like that. We have 4 signatures in these books. They are, so you've got 8 pockets of stuff to play with. They include paper, art trading cards, magazine cutouts. This one has an actual photo of W.B. Yeats, where he's buried in Ireland. I can't remember. I think it's the Drum something cemetery in Ireland. I did look this up and wrote on the back of this particular photograph. These photographs I got from Scrap RVA, which I was so happy about. Oh my gosh. They just have the best stuff up there. It makes me want to go up there every week. But if you do that, then you're kind of running into the same kind of things. Although, when you go there, there are always people. We've got vintage greeting cards here. There are always people dropping off donations. And you know, isn't that an awesome thing? Another little vintage greeting card here. I love this one. It says "Too proud for words," and the baby's got a first prize little ribbon on her shirt. It's just so sweet. This is a pocket that I made from a greeting card. I just kind of wanted to show you how to do that. It has some chippy bits in it. A little horse cut out right here. This is some of the paper that I got at Scrap RVA. It is called, Hold on a second and I'll let you know what it is. Unless I've already cut I might have already cut the cover off and used it for ATCs. I think I did, but I can't remember what it's called. Authentic, maybe? Archaeology? I can't remember exactly what it's called. But it's nice, thick cardstock paper. A little fold out here with some things for you to play with. Remember, we are recycling and repurposing our flow pockets that we're kind of done with that project, so we're moving on. I'm actually cleaning out my whole flow project notebook, and I'm running across some super cool stuff that I am going to smash book later on today. Magazine images. My magazine images are usually from National Geographic. That's what I really do love, and that is what my friends save for me. They have a subscription to National Geographic, and after I get finished reading it, you know, cover to cover, then I start to harvest it for images for our flow book projects. I'm sorry, apparently I can't speak this morning, so sorry about that. I'm like mixing up my consonants and I don't know why. I'm gonna have a drink of tea. Oh, maybe that'll help. 1954 National Wildlife Federation. This is a fish, and this is a little fish bowl right here, so you might want to put those two things together and do something with them. I've got a few border strips, a little packet of paper that I really do love to use those brads up here. This is some Peter Newell, Alice in Wonderland. This is, now I'm going to pull this one out, but I'm not going to pull the rest of them out. You can see this is a black and white Peter Newell illustration from Alice in Wonderland. Absolutely beautiful. So I know that you guys can. Now these are scattered throughout this book. Like I said, I'm not going to unload each page and show them to you, but you know you've got a big image to work with back there. Lots of tags, bookmarks, whatever you want to turn a tag into. I think that a tag is just, you know, a blank tag is a blank canvas, and it's just so much fun to kind of put that thing together. And, you know, you've got plenty of hairy paper clips with lots of fiber, so you can put a fiber through the top of it if you want and turn it into a bookmark. They're wonderful to put in Happy Mail, or you know, like me, I mail things to my mom all the time. And she enjoys those little treats in her Happy Mail. We've got some 1885 ledger paper here. Back behind here, there is a sweet image of a deer right here. It's not a deer. I think it's is it an ibex? I think it's what has those horns. Again, I think I got that from National Geographic. Just such beautiful imagery there. Another photograph. I know these people were in Ireland, and I know these people were in Italy. I do not know exactly what this photograph is of. It is a lion, and he's lying down in a tomb. Really, really beautiful photograph. You know what? Where would we be without kitty cats and puppies? So we got kitty cats and puppies. Another big cat image for you guys to use. Nice hunks of fabric. Now, fabric can be used in a lot of different ways. It can be used as a cover for a book. It can be, you can make a bag out of it, you can sew it, you can use it as hairy paperclip fodder. You can also take images out of these pieces of fabric, ravel the ends, and have a focal image. I am so fond of that, especially, you know, with butterflies and flowers. That really does seem to work out really nicely. Our friend Miss K, thank you so much, sent us a calendar, much like the cat calendar that my friends always say for me, but it is Italy. Oh my gosh. It's so beautiful, and it really does take me back. This is the Arena of Verona, one of the world's most famous outdoor theaters. It really, really took me back. Thank you so much, Miss Kay. I love how when you're in Venice, people hang their laundry on the lawn. We also saw this in Murano, when we were in Murano, which is the lace capital of the world, or was the lace capital. I'm not sure if it still is or not. Again, these great papers that I got from Scrap RVA, you guys. I tell you, I think I'm a lucky duck to have a scrap store close to me. It's not close and it's not in a safe neighborhood, but you know, I am overcoming anything that's not positive about Scrap RVA. You can go on Sunday, you can park on the road, it's awesome. This pocket has a lot of stuff in it. It has a guest check. It has a lot of paper fodder in here for you to play with. Another nice Peter Newell full-size illustration from Alice in Wonderland. You have some leaves to play with here. I love these pieces of vellum that are framed with the metal. I think that's so super cool. There's a little squirrel hiding out in here. This is a 1901 postcard. I'm not going to ruin this for you. You will be delighted with the writing on this postcard. It's absolutely super cool. You know, circles were in National Geographic. Not a fan of PNG, but, you know, whatever. You can kind of do that or just use that little girl's face. She's so precious as an image. The Roman Colosseum here. We have some photography. This is so neat. An 8x10 color enlargement from your color negative only. Remember that? A vintage greeting card back here. This is, let's see what we got peeking out here. Oh, this is part of this paper pad that I thought was really super cool. A nice little illustration, a family tree right here. I really do love it. It has order, charity, industry, and contentment on the tree. So you could take this and put in some images that you really love. Another vintage greeting card. Another Scenes from Italy. This is Lake Maggiore. I'm sure I'm not pronouncing that correctly, but oh well. I really dig pages that have words on them. So I know that this was a super cool font and you guys can take that apart and do something with it. I'm intrigued always by advertising. This was on my Food Lion. They do like these personal coupons for you and send them in the mail. And then the advertising was so neat, and it just reminded me, you know, of back to school, because we've got I believe this is well, you know, it looks like peanut butter, but I'm not sure what this is here, and it's on toast, so I'm not quite sure what kind of sandwich that is. But remember, you know, peanut butter and jelly, and then there were some grapes here. I taught school I was an assistant teacher for 10 years, and it was always interesting to watch what the children were bringing to school to have for lunch. And we had a child who was from North Korea, and he would bring sushi every day, and his little sushi kit was just the coolest thing in the whole wide world. That's where my love of sushi started, because I was invited to his home to have dinner, and we had sushi, and I was like, okie dokie. It was delicious, and I learned to make it from his mom, who was just such a sweet, sweet lady. Got a little bit of bling for you to play with here. More fabric elements, lots and lots of paper. I love the way this one's signed. It says, "Ye ken the Blights." Ye ken. We got some mermaid imagery here for you. I especially love her. And she's sweet. And it says "Best Life" right down there. A little bit of, I just had some scraps of this lace left over. butterflies right here, bookmarks, tags, a vintage greeting card here. These are, you use them to make art trading cards. There's some stickers right here. These are, we've got lots and lots of paper. We've got a word strip up here for you. Vintage greeting cards, another Peter Newell illustration back here. I did cut some hearts out of some text that I was using, which I was really digging. I like to cut things out of text. I know that we all realize that that is just such a fun thing to do, and it's just a different way to use text. I love this kitty because he has green, green, green eyes. Absolutely beautiful. I get to see my kitties this weekend. They're crazy. It's like having teenagers. You know, I told you about like Winston liking to pee in the sink. Crazy. So my friends, like, they have to keep their sink water in it, as well as dish detergent, because that completely dissuades him from peeing in the sink. He's so crazy. This is Capri. What is that? Hang on. Torona, a nut and nougat confection in Florence. Isn't that beautiful? Got another piece of fabric here. This is a great template for you to make a card on. We've got some puffy stickers here. Project Life card. I'm probably taking way too long to show this to you guys, but it's just got so much good stuff in it. Another Peter Newell full-size illustration here. I love this. This is the Wine Trust. It's just a little pad of paper. It says tasting notes, and I've stuck that right in here for you. These flow journals are $40, and I will have this one in the shop a little later on today. I just think her butterflies are just the sweetest thing. I really do love butterflies. Of course, y'all know that by now. Okay, now this one's a little different, you guys, because I didn't put any of our upholstery trim on the top of this book, because I really do like it just the way it is. I love these images, love the Eiffel Tower, love the Arc de Triomphe. I just thought that the fabric was super cool. And if I tried to put any kind of trim up here, it just hung down too far. So no trim on this baby. We've got a sweet little bead spine that I use fabric beads, paper beads, and the cracked glass beads from Miss G. Thank you, Miss G. I am loving those beads. Hang on just a second. My paper slipped. Okay, so let's take a quick look at this. We've got art trading cards. We've got some elephants up here for you to play with. Vintage greeting cards, a nice big piece of the fabric that is on the front of this journal. We've got lots of paper for you to play with, text pages for you to play with. Like I said, this is such a nice sturdy paper, and it's double-sided. I really do love double-sided paper. Art trading card images. This is a tarot card. You know, if you don't like the tarot card, then just flip it over and use the other side. Again, the photos that I got from Scrap RVA, this has to be like an Irish castle, but I do not know which castle in Ireland it is, but it's a beautiful vintage photograph. And a little pad of paper there with a brad. We've got some Project Life cards. I did include some chippies in this because I had some. I'm so out of practice with making chippies and tags that I want to revisit that. Hopefully I'll have a little bit of time this weekend. Our next farm festival is in September, so I am heavy into working on that right now. Another fabric scrap for you, vintage greeting card right here. magazine imagery. I think this is, I love that headline kind of thing. This talks about Tokyo. A little fold out here for you using the flow pockets that we have. Sweet face. I think this is a little bit of Harry Potter ephemera. I think that's what that was. A vintage greeting card. It says Cheerio. It's got a sweet little puppy on it. I put some things together so you guys can make some chippies right here. So that's a little chippy kit all ready to go. I see another tarot card here. This is the 1954 Wildlife Federation stamps that you can use for all kinds of things. The Peter Newell print back. It's not a print, it's an illustration right here. Alice in Wonderland. Got some stickers for you that deal with family. I am so in love with that card. I just think it's so beautiful. It's amazing to me that these cards can be so old. I mean, you know, like over 50 years old, but still maintain this sparkle, this shimmer, this shine, this beauty. And I mean, people just took such care in choosing cards way back when, you know, we didn't, before email, you know, I mean, we took time with our correspondence. And I think taking time, you know, if you took time with something, then that gave you time to think about it before you responded. You know, everything wasn't so knee-jerk like it is now. This is Ravenna, was the short-lived capital of the Western Roman Empire in the 5th century, when artists decorated the Basilica of San Vital and other monuments with glittering mosaics. This is really an incredible illustration. Some fabric, more fabric, Project Life card, 1885 ledger card, a few ABCs because they just wanted to jump in here and have some fun. I do not know why. Of course, I used the abandoned. I used the, I was going to throw this away but thought you might use it. I use used stuff in these journals, which makes them very interesting. It's a sweet little sparkly sticker right here. A heart, ATCs, vintage greeting card, a strip of paper so you can make a tag or bookmark out of it, another Peter Newell illustration, vintage baby card, chippies right here, National Wildlife Federation. These are some planner stickers for you. I am at the end of my planner. It's August the 2nd, and I have not quite made up my mind what I want to do. Napkins for you with butterflies to play with. Sweet little kitty. That's a beautiful napkin, y'all. And then a pocket in the back that has one of the, this is an iron-on, but you don't have to iron it on. And another vintage card from Ireland. This is St. Columba's Church of Ireland cemetery here. So there we go, my friends. Now just remember, this one does not have trim on it because I thought she was just pretty the way she is. This is our last journal for me to show you today. I really do love the blue. I think it's really super cool. I will tell you guys that, man, oh man, this type of upholstery trim is hard to work with. It's velvet ribbon, and no matter what I did, it kept wanting to come off the book. Even though, you know, I was using like Eileen's tacky glue, and then I did try it with double stick tape. That wasn't working either. But we managed to get it on here, and I think it looks really pretty. It gives the book a rather vintage look. This is the bead spine right here. I really do like the kind of off-white color of it against that really pretty blue. The brad is a blue flower. So let's look through here. We got a Project Life card, some ATC fodder for you to play with, stickers. Again, the Peter Newell illustrations here, 1901. From Daddy, oh, I'm sorry, this is 1906. Thanksgiving greeting to Miss Roberta Holton, care of Miss M.D. Holton, Murray, Kentucky, in Callaway County. 1906, it even has the penny stamp on it right here. From Daddy, a Thanksgiving greeting. Text pages. I think this is from 1921. Vintage greeting cards, a bit of fabric for you to play with. One of our leftover flow pockets, magazine illustration. 1885 ledger paper. Kitty cat in the snow. Look at that one, so cute. Another piece of fabric for you to play with. Vintage greeting cards. Chippy bits for y'all. This one says Love Fetch. Tomorrow would have been Kronk's 13th birthday. He didn't make it, but I will do something special and put it on his little box. Sure do wish he would have made it. Got paper stacks for you. Lots of things to play with back here. Another Peter Newell illustration. These are old-fashioned chippies, y'all. They are like those kind of crazy collage chippies. There's a photo back here of a castle that sits on a hill. Again, not sure about exactly what they were. A nice big hunk of fabric for you to play with. Another piece of fabric. More of the Italy calendar. Thank you, Miss K. It's so cool. This is from National Geographic. Project Life cards. It's a big piece of cardstock for you to play with. I'm really digging like the colors. Maybe that's, you know, kind of going into fall, kind of thinking about fall. Miss Emily's already asked us her designers for fall stuff, so we are going into the fall season, my friends. I cannot believe it. This is a tarot card right here. Again, if you don't dig tarot, then, you know, just cover over it. Actually, look, you could cover it over it just like that. Art trading cards, a few elephant. This is like a bunting, an elephant bunting right here. More paper for you to play with. I love this sweet little image of the little girl. She's so cute. Kind of reminds me of me when I was little, because I had that like little pixie cut. Some leaf stickers, a guest check, planner stickers right here. Some of my favorite paper in the whole world. Has robots on it, of course. There's another great magazine called Taproot, and someone sent me a copy of that, and after I finished reading it and copying down some recipes and sending some articles to Mama, y'all get the rest. A sticker right here. I like this description of aftermath. I think that's 1921. I think it was an Allen synonym antonym book, maybe. Can't remember exactly what it was. Again, these books are $30. They're $40, 40. A great gift for someone who is maybe in the hospital or who is recovering. Christopher did not get a good report at the doctor Tuesday, but we're hoping, you know, with some physical therapy that his condition is going to improve. He can't do any physical therapy for the next, I think it's like 4 to 6 weeks, but then he's, you know, maybe able to get into their pool or into their hot tub at their apartment complex. Apartment complexes are amazing places. I've never lived in one, but the people that I know that live in apartment complexes have like pools, hot tubs. They have like these outdoor spaces where you can grill and cook, and it's just like, man, it kind of makes you think about living, you know, living in a place like that. How convenient they are. They have gyms and things like that. This is the Roman Colosseum, an actual photograph, vintage greeting card, another nice chunk of fabric, some puffy stickers right here, a vintage greeting card right there. I love this napkin. It's like a paint swatch napkin. I think it's super cool. Lanterns for sale in a haphazard yet appealing display outside a shop in the northern town of Bassano del Grappa, Veneto region. Ah, Italy. Man, that was fun. That was fun. If I never go anywhere again, it's okay. I've been to Italy. What a 60th birthday present my sister blessed me with. All right, guys. This is another journal that is going in the shop. I really haven't titled these. I will title them as I put them in the shop, but the covers are very distinctive on them. Thank you guys for hanging out with me this morning. I don't know what kind of weather you guys are having, but we're having a very rainy, cool day here. So that makes it a wonderful day to do some crafting in the little upstairs Tower Bower studio. I hope all of you have a creative, crafty, and wonderful day. I'll talk to you soon. Take care of yourselves.